let's do it, man. It's time to lock them motherfucking gates. Let's turn this up.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy E. Will. We back with another episode of the Lock the Gates podcast. Man, look, I've been away, man, battling the cold. Trying to get over it, man. This weather out here in Tennessee crazy, man. 1 week we at 30, next week we at 60. But I'm back in here, man, dropping another video for y'all. So look, my last video, we talked about free agents. Okay, I told y'all I was gonna drop my top 5 free agents pretty much for all the positions we need. And you know, I'm finna hit y'all with the top 5 receivers that I think the Titans should go out there this year. Now, I got another video, you know, I got some more videos coming for y'all as far as the draft go. We're going to get to that too. But these are like my top 5 receivers that I feel like we should go out there. Now, of course, you got teams that can put the franchise tag. You got teams that's probably going to re-sign some of these guys. So I'm saying if those teams let these guys just clearly walk away, these are some of the guys, you know, my top 5 guys that I feel like we should go out there. Now, my number 1 guy is a no-brainer. Y'all been seeing him all over YouTube, you know, as us for a landing spot pretty much is T. Higgins. You know, Brian Callahan coming over here from Cincinnati. You know he got connections to this guy. T. Higgins, you know, was talking to Jay Wyatt at the Super Bowl thing. You know, he loves Brian Callahan. So, you know, to me, it only makes sense. Now, look, of course, when it comes to signing these guys, we got to talk money. We know T. Higgins is going to cost a bag. You know what I'm saying? We know that. But, you know, I'm not going to get into the money side of it right now. I'm just strictly going over guys that I feel like the Tennessee Titans could really use. You know, and I know, you know, Jamar Chase is the number 1 man in Cincinnati. But I'm going to be honest with y'all, like, Jamar Chase is cold, don't get me wrong, but he does a lot of the things he do because T. Higgins is on the other side. And you got to respect T. Higgins. You know, you talking about a guy that's 25 years old, 6'4", and 219 pounds. A tall receiver, a big target that Will Levis could definitely use. And for his size, can still get behind the defense at times. You know, so I'm saying if Cincinnati was to just let this man walk away, that's my number 1 target that the Titans should go get. Now, look, my number 2 target that the Titans should go get, you know, Gabriel Davis, Buffalo Bills. Now, look, you know, the crazy part about this is I don't know why I thought Gabe Davis was older than what he is, but the guy is 24 years old. I don't know why I thought this dude was older than 24 years old. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know if it's because I feel like I've been seeing him for a while on Buffalo, you know, starting to become a more of a top tier receiver. But the guy is only 24 years old. Okay. He's 6'2", 225 pounds. You know, and I watched Gabe, you know, play, and he's not necessarily the fastest guy, but he gets behind the defense. He gets behind the defense all the time. Josh Allen puts it up, and we know our quarterback got a big arm. You know, one thing Levis can do is he can put it out there for sure. So, you know, Gabe Davis, like I said, I don't know what type of money Gabe Davis is going to be looking for. He shouldn't be looking for, you know, number 1 receiver money. You know, I don't think he should be looking for that like T. Higgins, but you know, you put a Gabe Davis with a DeAndre Hopkins, you know, Titans already could be looking way better than what they looking right now. You know, so, you know, that's my number 2 person, Gabriel Davis, Buffalo Bills. They let him walk. Titans should definitely get that man a call. My number 3 guy, Marquise Brown for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, look, I know Marquise Brown, he ain't really been doing too much, you know, but you got to look into the fact that, you know, Tyler Murray was hurt. Arizona been kind of going through a time right now in their franchise where they kind of like, you know, at one point they wasn't even sure if Kyler Murray was the guy no more. Then they finally re-signed Kyler Murray. Then they fired Cliff Kingsbury. So, and now they got, I believe, Gannon, I believe, is their coach now, from the Eagles, and he did a decent job with what he had last year. I mean, they beat some teams they might not have should have beat, but I think Marquise Brown could benefit from a fresh start. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you talking about a guy, let's see, 26 years old, 5'9", 180 pounds, small frame. But we know Marquise Brown got them burners. And we know he can get behind the defense for sure. DeAndre Hopkins is already our possession guy. D-Hop going to make the throws on slants and coming through the middle. He ain't never afraid to go through the middle. Marquise Brown could be that guy to really stretch the field for us. You know what I'm saying? Let Levis, stretch his arm out a little bit. Nobody want to be doing, dink and dunk throws all game. Let him get out there deep, man, with Marquise Brown running them seams. You know what I'm saying? Open this offense up. Now, like I said, Marquise Brown, what type of money is he going to be looking for? Like I said, I don't think Marquise Brown is number one receiver money at all. I'm thinking a good number two receiver money, 10, 11, something like that a year. Nothing crazy. I ain't talking about T. Higgins probably going to be looking 19, 20 a year probably. So, that's my number three receiver, Marquise Brown, from Arizona. I think he can really do us some good, man. Number 4, Darnell Mooney from the Bears. I like Darnell Mooney, man. Of course, he's had Justin Fields there as his quarterback. Could he be a better receiver than what he is now? Absolutely. I think if he had, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Justin Fields is a bad quarterback at all. But one thing that always bothers me about Justin Fields when I watch him play, he leaves a lot of plays on the field. A lot of throws that he just leaves on the field just with bad accuracy. He overthrows Darnell Mooney so much. DJ Moore was their main guy this year. But I'm telling you, Darnell Mooney's stats will be way better than what they was this year. Justin Fields overthrows this man so much. Darnell Mooney, he's 26, 5'11", 174. Speedster. Slim frame, fast, in and out of cuts. A technician, as they say. Titans could use it. Titans could use it, man. You talking about really trying to change the identity of this team from the slower pace, the slower pace team with the big physical receivers. Man, let's get some speed in here. Let's open the offense up. So that's my number 4 person, man, is Darnell Mooney, man, from the Chicago Bears. My number 5 person, I feel like we could, should consider is Curtis Samuel from the Commanders. 27 years old, 5'11", 195 pounds. And to me, Curtis Samuel looked bigger than 195 to me. He also looked bigger than 5'11". I ain't gonna lie to y'all. He gave us that work. He was giving us that work too when we played them year before last. He was giving us that work. He's a nice built receiver, but he got speed. And he gets behind the defense all the time as well. As y'all can kind of tell, I'm really not trying to mess with the possession receiver type of guys, man. Man, we got to open this thing up. We got to open it up, man. The offense been stagnant for too long. We've had decent defense every year, but, man, we got to get this offense, man. We got to get explosive. We got to become explosive. So I'm looking at it like Curtis Samuel. He's dynamic. He almost reminds me, plays a little bit like Deebo Samuel. I think he's another guy that you can put on the sweep. He's got a big enough frame. He can come around on the sweep too. So, man, look, they're my top 5 receivers. Those are my top 5 guys. I feel like the Titans should go out there. Now, look, there was some other notable mentions. Okay, you got Mike Evans. You got Michael Pittman Jr. You got Calvin Ridley. Mike Evans, he a little too old for me. Mike Evans has been productive every year, since he's been in the league. And he was productive this past year with Baker Mayfield. I can't take that from him. But I'm trying to go younger, y'all. We already got one old receiver on the roster. And don't get me wrong, DeAndre Hopkins is old, but he still got it. But I don't want 2 old receivers on this roster. I just don't. So that's the only reason why I would pass on Mike Evans. Plus, he going to want that bag. And at his age, I don't think I want to give him that bag at his age. Michael Pittman Jr., cool. But first of all, he played for the Colts. So that's over enemy. That's enemy territory anyway. But, I mean, Michael Pittman disappeared in too many games for me. He just disappeared in too many games for me. Don't get me wrong, I don't watch a lot of Colts games, but I do be paying attention to the Colts because they in our division. So I do watch the Colts, I do watch the Texans, and I do watch the Jags. And Michael Pittman just disappeared in too many games for me. So that's why I'm kind of passing on Michael Pittman. I ain't really too big on Michael Pittman. And then Calvin Ridley, I don't know, man, for what. Number one, I think Jacksonville going to probably re-sign him. But number two, I heard a lot of Jacksonville fans was talking down on Calvin Ridley, man. Talking about he wasn't out there running the right routes and his head wasn't in the game and he was making bonehead mistakes. I don't want them problems. Titans, we don't need them problems. We didn't have too many problems past 2 years. We don't need no more issues, with bonehead stuff like that at all. So, man, look, that was my top 5 receivers. Like I said, T. Higgins, Gabe Davis, Marquise Brown, Darnell Mooney, Curtis Samuel. So, yeah, man, hey, look, we're going to see what happens, man. Free agency is going to be coming up soon. We got to get through this Super Bowl today. Today is Super Bowl Sunday. I'm just going to be honest with y'all, man. I'm going to give you my picks, man. I'm taking San Fran 24-17. That's what I want to happen. What I think might happen is Kansas City 24-17. Because I can't, man, it's so hard to bet against Patrick Mahomes. But I really hope Shanahan get him one this time. So, look, man, that's all I got today. Hey, look, it's your boy E. Will. Look, the next video, man, we coming back, man, with the top 5 D linemen. Because we know we need somebody down there, man, with Jeff Simmons, man. So I'll catch y'all on another, man. It's your boy E. Will, man. I'm out.